Hello, honey. It's your friend's mom, Corey Chase. I found my stepson's phone.
I think it's time to talk to you. I think I need to understand what I'm feeling, what I feel for you. I want to know all the things I should do. What I'm feeling, what I feel for you. I need to know all the things I could do just to love you. All the things I could do just to love you. What I feel for you, I want to know all the things I should do just to love you. I think it's I want to know the reason why. What I'm feeling, what I feel for you. I want to know all the things I should do. What I'm feeling, what I feel for you. I need to know all the things I could do just to love you. All the things I could do just to love you. Just to love you. Just to love you. Just to love you.
It's too late to turn back now. We got close, but we lost somehow. You don't know how to compromise, and I don't know how to say goodbye. Oh, if we can feel what we used to feel, if we can be what we used to be, I'll do anything to keep you here. I'll even be your enemy. And if we can say what we wanna say, if we don't live for another day, then I'll do anything to keep you here. I'll even be your enemy. Your enemy. Your enemy. It's too late to turn back now. We We got close, but we lost somehow. You don't know how to compromise, and I don't know how to say goodbye. Oh, if we can feel what we used to feel, if we can be what we used to. I'll do anything to keep you here. I'll even be your enemy. And if we can say what we wanna say, if we don't live for another day, then I'll do anything to keep you here. I'll even be your enemy. Your enemy. Your enemy.
We can run, baby, we can run till tomorrow comes. Love me slowly, yeah, 'cause we're still young. Baby, we can run till tomorrow comes. Love me slowly, yeah, 'cause we're still young. Baby, we can run till tomorrow comes. Faded dreams, get no sleep, dancing with the wind till we lose our feet. Don't let go, take control, play our favorite songs on the radio. Feeling so alive, like shooting stars flying through the sky. Just you and I, we're gonna set the world on fire. So take my hand and baby, we can run. Baby, we can run till tomorrow comes. Love me slowly, yeah, 'cause we're still young. Baby, we can run till tomorrow comes.
said I was lost, and I said to the voices in my head, I gotta get up again, I gotta get up to another day, I'm not giving up again, I gotta get up, I gotta get up, I gotta get up again, I gotta get up to another day, I'm not giving up again, I gotta get up, I gotta get up, I gotta get up again. Look into my eyes, my heart beats like a drum. You listen to my lies, love is far to come. Your love is far, running at the speed of light, kissing under city lights. Calls me in this morning time, while it just goes on. Running at the speed of light, kissing under city lights. Calls me in this morning time, while it just goes on. Gotta get up again, I gotta get up to another day, I'm not giving up again, I gotta get up, I gotta get up, I gotta get Gonna get up again. Sorry I kept you waiting forever and a day, but now we're out here together with nothing standing in our way. Can you feel the attraction? Feel the attraction. Can you feel it between us? This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Like electricity. Like electricity. over your body. It's flowing through your mind. This feeling's got me on fire. Don't ever leave it all behind. Can you feel the attraction? Feel the attraction. Can you feel it between us? This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Feel the love. Could we fall in love, make some memories? I can't stand the time you're away from me. I'm dying to be close to you, 'cause you play on my mind. All of this could disappear, and I don't wanna waste tonight. 'Cause if you can't feel this, can we close the distance? I'll make it my mission to you. I'll be
Now we're good. Welcome one, welcome all, wherever you're from. Good afternoon to you living in the UK. Good evening to those living in, let's say, Asia. Good morning to those living in North America, South America. Welcome one, welcome all. AFC Wimbledon going up against Bradford City here. Fifth place team who are, I know they lost their last one, but they are in a bit of good form. Their last loss came against Rochdale, who they actually played well against, but a bit of a dodgy penalty that changed the momentum. But yeah, they're a good side. I mean, they have a who's who of different strikers that could play at any given moment. Their leading goal scorer, Andy Cook, is on the bench today, so that just goes to show you how much power that they have up there. They signed Vladine Oliver from Gillingham last season. They're also playing Abo Asa, fairly tricky player up there. Also, another player to watch out for. Their number 10, Jamie Walker, used to play for Hearts, that Scottish team in the Championship. He played for Hearts for I think like maybe 6 seasons or so, and was a pretty vital piece to that Hearts side. Decently stout defensively. I think they're tied for third in terms of goals against tally. So all around, pretty good side. How we can match up against them: 4-2-3-1, pretty standard. I was listening to the Wumbles Had a Dream podcast yesterday, their new episode with special guest Jonathan All, fellow American, fellow across the pond fan. Nice to see that. But Lee Finch was talking about how we could potentially have been playing a 3 in the back with our new signings. And 3 in the back didn't really work out for us earlier this season. But we are playing in a 4, which I actually wanted to see. I wanted to see 4 in the back, but whether we were going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 as we've played most of the season or a 4-4-2 was up to debate. But it looks to me like we're going back to our typical 4-2-3-1 with Woodyard and Marsh starting in the central midfield, as I would have expected Marsh to be starting. Hasn't really impressed too much this season, George Marsh. It's weird because last season he broke out. Like, he played fairly well last season in League One in most of the games that he's played, and then all of a sudden he's kind of just dropped off. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what happened to George Marsh, but maybe a lack of confidence or something along those lines. But you didn't really see George. I mean, nowadays he's not playing poorly. He's just not really turning heads. But hopefully George Marsh plays well today in terms of getting stuck into challenges. Maybe he's not really one to join the attack. He's just one to string passes together to get out of pressure. But we'll see. Anyway, Chislett, Pell, Pearson in the 3, and Davison at the striking position. I still think it's a little bit weird that Asal is out. Supposedly he's sick, but he's been sick for weeks now. Not really sure whether to believe that. Maybe take it with a grain of salt. Asal may be out by the time this transfer window ends, and I hate to say that. That being said, though, if Asal does leave this transfer window, we are most likely going to get a hefty sum for him. I would expect no less than 1.5 million. I would hope that we sell him for a good fee. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the camera a little bit. I hope we can sell him for a hefty tag because Ayub Asal is a very important piece to us. But that being said, Pearson starting in his role, in his position. And we'll see how the youngster from Bristol City well, not born in Bristol City, but played for Bristol City a couple seasons ago. Let's see how the youngster performs. Score predictions. I'm going to say 1-1. I think Bradford are a good side, but I think AFC Wimbledon will be up to the task today. I feel like last time against Crewe, albeit short-handed with no Asal, Woodyard, and a couple others. No Towler, but Towler's off from... He's already off loan, and then Magoma off loan. A little bit short-handed nonetheless. I think that we're a little bit slow that game. I think we have something to prove here at home. Even though we don't have the best record at Plough Lane, I still think we have something to prove. And I think that our back line is going to fare well against their, even though they have good striking talent. I think that every now and again they'll try to play Route 1. And I think the likes of Pearson, Kalambai, who are good in the air, will be able to mop it up. And I think it'll be a good game, though. I think it'll be more exciting than the Crewe game. But, yeah, I'm going to say 1-1 here.
2022. So honoured with their names up on the
Let me get my headphones
the
real
screen
quick.
over in the north east corner of the stadium, and the Bradford fans as well. Fair play to them joining in as well. So mass respect all round for all the Dons who passed away in 2022. This afternoon then.
Boo, joking.
It's Nick Zanev in goal, Alex Woodyard the captain.
Welcome along. If you have any insight, Joshy, to provide for Bradford, like players to watch out for, aside from the ones I've noted, I didn't really note any specifically. I just pointed out some players. I'd say players to watch out for: Walker, their number 10. Hold on. Yeah, the audio is a little loud, but please note a few players to watch out for. Any intel that you have on Bradford, any would be appreciated, but regardless, welcome along. In terms of players that I think that Wimbledon should watch out for, Walker, their number 10. Very good with delivering set pieces. And, decent player all around. I think he's got a good long shot. Can strike from distance. Like I said, used to play for Hearts. Back in the Scottish Championship. And I do think Vladine Oliver, too, is a striker to watch out for. Biller switches the play. Long ball up to Davison. Nobody wins the header. Sam Pearson attacks it. Nods it back over to George Marsh. Oh, back heel back to Pearson. Overlap. Pearson back heel to Marsh. Good cross with his left foot. All right. Good start there. Oof. Header away, though. Foul by George Marsh. I was talking about how George Marsh is kind of not really impressed too much as of late. But it's a good string of play there. Back heel to Pearson. Pearson holding it up and then back heel overlapping pass to Marsh. Let me put the timer. Is that the Bradford support that's cheering right now? Super Bradford FC. We are by far the best team. Wow, that's pretty loud support. I'm going to put this the timer in a minute. Yeah, they're just stringing passes together on the right-hand side here. Perry Pell gets in the challenge. Pearson couldn't get that pass away, though. Some high press here by Bradford. A lot of midfield scraps here. Asa. Straight to the keeper, though. Yeah, ball bounced around a little bit there, and then Asa picked it up from about maybe 27 yards. Took a touch to his right, tried to blast it, but nothing doing there. Straight at Zanev. Let's see, Davison unfortunately not winning out on the header, but Biller picking it up in the middle of the park. Davison holding it up on the corner flag. Oh, first touch is heavy down the byline. Nicely done there by Davison. I thought he was going to hold it up, but then he kind of just faked one way and went down the line. You usually don't think of Davison as a player with a lot of on-the-ball skill, but he's pretty pacey for his size. I did talk about how Armani Little was a signing that could challenge Ethan Chislett. Chislett hasn't had too much competition for his attacking mid position, but Armani Little, good free kick taker and set piece taker. But Chislett, of course, whenever he takes his corner kicks, he can put good ball in as well. So near post, not the best ball, but it wasn't a terrible ball as long as somebody would have been making that run. Woodyard's being pressed here by Asa. He's got to be careful here. Nicely done by Biller, though. Back flick stroke, yeah, to get away from pressure. Yeah, I mean, Woodyard took 3 or 4 touches back towards Zanev's area. Curry cuts it back. Biller has plenty of space off the switch of play here. Takes a heavy touch. Took one touch too many as he tried to flick it on the overlap. Biller, I thought maybe could have taken a shot there. He had plenty of space ahead of him. But positive start here for the Dons. Show the screen in a mirror and it won't get taken down. I'll think about it. Oh. There you go, Biller. There was a player there for Bradford. What was his name? Gilead. Just marauding forward. 1v3. It looked dangerous for a second, but Biller gets the challenge. Okay. Bradford sitting back here. Threw ball there to Davison. Good idea there. Tried to play Pearson on the overlap, but so many back heels coming out from Wimbledon. He tried to back heel it, and it bounced off his plant foot and went out for a goal kick. Damn. Well, very positive start here for AFC Wimbledon. I'll try. Why isn't my timer working? Why isn't my timer working? There we go. Hold on, I'll try to see what I can do in a moment. On the next dead ball, I'll try to set it up. Yeah, normally I just watch the iFollow, do a little bit of commentary. Through ball on the left-hand side, Vladine Oliver holding it up. Goes to ground very easily. Shrugs off, or Kalambai shrugs him off. Let's see, window capture. Take this with a grain of salt, because I might not actually keep it up. I got a copyright strike once, so I gotta be very careful. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. No. So I used to do this thing a couple seasons ago where I would get some GIFs and post it in the chat about certain moments that happen in the game. But iFollow would black out those GIFs, and now I tried window capture on OBS on my streaming software, and it blacks it out totally. Like, you cannot see the screen on the window capture or the browser capture for that matter. It just blacks it out. So unfortunately, I won't be able to show it. But regardless, though, I do hope you guys enjoy the stream nonetheless. I gotta memorize some of these Bradford players, so I don't have to look at the numbers or look at the team sheet too frequently. Smallwood dropping deep. Yeah, Smallwood's a very experienced defensive midfielder. Played for Blackburn, a couple other championship teams. Play it out wide here. Jillian. And they switch the play over to Halliday. Decent delivery, but cleared away there by Alex Pierce. Nobody made that run. Smallwood? I was gonna say he's played in the championship for plenty of seasons. I'm not sure. Maybe he's just old and past his prime. Oh, Walker there. He's going to be dangerous. Yeah, he takes 3, 4, 5 touches down. Takes the shot, blocked. Another shot coming in. Yeah, that left back fold's coming all the way up to try to lap it up. But that was good work there by Walker, receiving it from the throw in. And then just taking initiative right away. Just first touch, or second touch rather, was taken down the line. Harry Pell a little slow to get in the challenge there. And George Marsh tried to get stuck in, but he passed George Marsh as well. And corner kick going to be taken here from Walker. He's pretty... Actually, no, not Walker's not taking this one. Thought that was Walker, but it's somebody else. Way, goal kick, okay. Yeah, down to the near post. Zanev punched it away, but it seemed to me like it bounced off the head of whoever that was on the near post. Asa. Ooh, Zanev got pressed there. Thankfully, he got the clearance away. Zanev is not the best in terms of distribution, but he was able to clear that. Go on, Davison. Nice. Davison challenging Critchlow there off of a clearance, and didn't go for the header. He knew that Critchlow was going to go for the header. It's out for a throw. I can't. No, unfortunately, I can't show it. It's blacked out. When I try to do a window or a browser capture on OBS, it's automatically blacked out. He's shite. Marsh goes to ground there. I'm going to write some notes here. I'm going to set like a little thing on the side so I can write some notes for my post-match analysis. Davison on the hold-up flicks it with the back of his heel there, but cleared away. Nicely done, Pierce. Yeah, a foul on Alex Pierce there as he put his head in to try to win a header there, and it was a high boot from Costello. Oh, real mirror reflection. Okay. You want me to grab like a handheld mirror and put it up to my head? No, just kidding. Headed forward by Biller. Oh, okay. Nicely done there by Pell to win the knockdown there. Nobody challenged him, but cleared away. Biller headed back, cleared away once again. Not the best square ball there from Biller. Gives it away. And a foul committed there by Alex Woodyard. Yeah, received a pass there, and he just didn't look up. He assumed that Woodyard was square to his left, but he played it behind Woodyard there, who was a little bit ahead of him. I don't have a handheld mirror, but I think if I were to show it, it wouldn't go over well with my YouTube copyright strike. I did get one before, but you know what? I'll try. Hold on. Next dead ball, I'll try. I'll just be like holding a mirror up the whole time. Nah, I'll try. Hold on. Next dead ball. Issa on the left-hand side is being doubled up here by Chislett and Biller. Biller tries to get in the challenge and forces a throw in. Yep. Be right back. Nope. Damn. Can't find it. I can't find the mirror, bro. Fuck. I don't think I have one. Anyway, some couple headers. Won by the midfielders. Yeah, I don't have one, I don't think. I probably do somewhere. I just have to look, but maybe after the first half. I hope the audio is okay. Or the commentary, I hope you can hear it okay. I think it was a little quiet. I'm going to try listening to the away commentary for a bit, see how they are. A throw in here. So much time and space to put the cross in, but headed away there by Jack Curry, actually. Ooh, header straight up in the air from Pierce. Curry wins that one and clears it partially. I'm watching it on iFollow. Thankfully for overseas supporters, they have an option to buy a season pass instead of like a monthly or a per game basis match pass. Yeah, they're just knocking around here, Bradford. They've been stringing together a couple of good passes whenever they get into the final, or before the final third even. But right now they haven't found their way through. Nice tackle there by Jack Curry as one of their players is trying to hold it up. It was Costello, number 33, is trying to hold it up, and Jack Curry all of a sudden just kind of came out of nowhere, by the way, Jack Curry. Very established left back. I'd say he's probably one of our best players overall, our left back, Jack Curry. Pell goes to ground. What do you know? Goes to ground easy as he tried to hold it up. No foul, though. Smallwood drops deep, and now he has plenty of space to go forward. Nobody's getting in the challenge there as Biller tries to challenge him there. Davison clears it away partially. Understandably so, Davison is furious. He ran all the way back to make that challenge. We gave so much space to Smallwood. I think maybe Woodyard should have gotten that challenge there. He did sit back a little bit, assuming that maybe there'd be a pass square. Woodyard gets in the challenge there, though, off the throw in. Square ball to Biller just ahead of him. And goes out for a throw in here. Straight to Oliver. Double teamed here by Kalambai and Woodyard, or Biller. Quick throw. Walker's going to bring it all the way to his right foot. A few yards over the bar there. Decent effort. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon just caught, on a few times there, just a little bit slow to react to certain situations. Smallwood, just allowing Smallwood to drive all the way forward there initially. And then off that throw in just now, Walker just took a quick touch to his right, set himself up for a shot. Josh Davison, I think, yeah, our number 9. That's the Josh that I was referring to. Ooh. Chislett, nicely done. Oh, tries to switch the play though to Pearson. Yeah, Chislett split 2 defenders there on that right-hand side. Good clearance there from Curry. Put plenty of power on that, but Bradford on the other end of that. And now Wimbledon in possession here. Couple headers won by Marsh and Woodyard, and Pell holding it up. Plays it square to Chislett. Chislett has some space here. It looks like Biller's going to be on the overlap. Chislett does play him. Biller 1v1 here. Takes it to his left. Nice. Draws the foul. It's good good work there by AFC Wimbledon. Off the clearance there from Bradford. Wimbledon winning a couple of headers. Nicely done by Woodyard to eventually flick it onto Pell, and Pell just plays it first time square to allow AFC Wimbledon to break on the offense. This is a good opportunity here from AFC Wimbledon. They haven't had too many set piece goals this season, but they have good delivery on the set pieces, so there's always that opportunity. Harry Pell is waiting in that back post. Usually he's the one to kind of flick it back towards the center, but I think he's going to try to get a flick on towards goal if given the opportunity. Chislett whips it in. Good ball. Headed towards goal, straight at the keeper, though, from Alex Pierce. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit too far. It was like maybe 8 yards out. Would be a little bit difficult to get a proper head towards goal there, as the ball was curving away from goal. It wasn't an in-swinger. It was an outswinger, so kind of hard to get pace on that. Halliday has some space here on that wide area. Pearson like sprinting back to try to challenge that. Some good pace and good energy from the youngster. But yeah, that cross is cleared away, and foul on Chislett there. Yeah, nicely done from Chislett there to receive not the best pass in the world from George Marsh there. It was bouncing, and he controlled it well, and yeah. It's not the commentators say it's a scrap in the middle of the park. It's not a scrappy game overall. It's just whenever it is in the middle of the park, there are a few challenges. Headers won by both sides. Oh, Pell, or Davison holding it up here. Couldn't find Pell on the layoff. Nice challenge there by Marsh, though. Davison trying to hold it up here. Center back comes away with it. Yeah, nice sliding challenge by Marsh to allow AFC Wimbledon to, or you know, it allowed Biller to get on the ball. Biller tried to chip it up to Davison. Was that an elbow from Davison or accidental? Like he was trying to shrug him off and little. Yeah, that was an accidental arm to the face there. Good support from Bradford though on the away end. Definitely a bit of a distance from Bradford all the way to South London. But they come with good numbers for sure. I'd say first 23 minutes or so, not really controlled by either team. I think both teams have had a couple of spells. But I don't think either team has really solidified themselves as the dominant force of the half. Matt or Mark? No, it's Mark Hughes used to be a manager for the Premier League, And Glenn Hodges, actually, the assistant coach, used to be the head coach or the manager of AFC Wimbledon. Wouldn't you know it? Used to play for Sheffield United, I think, way back in the day. Yeah, the keeper just tried to clear his lines there. I'm trying to write some notes for my post-match interview, or analysis, pardon. Callumby heads it up. Smallwood. Now Asa holding it up in the midfield. Nope.
Throws to Walker. Squares it infield for Smallwood inside the centre circle. Repel all over him. You can tell what the instruction is from Johnny Jackson in regards to...
We've got Super Johnny Jackson. Ooh, Folds just beats his man there, Chislett. And now it's an opportunity here. Chislett coming back in to challenge the player, though, as they play back to the center back. I thought it was going to be a good opportunity for Bradford, but they just pulled the play back. Gilead holding it up. I think I memorized most of the players now for Bradford, so I don't have to look at the team sheet to know who's who. Folt has plenty of time. Yeah, we're giving plenty of time and space to the outside backs. So we're sitting kind of deep, a little deep here. AFC Wimbledon. Asa switches the play to Halliday. Gilead holding it up back to Halliday, top of the 18-yard box. We have numbers back, though, so we're kind of forcing them back. Yes, good challenge there by Chislett. Counterattack here. 1v2 as Davison's played on a wide hand area. He shrugs off his man. Go on! Oh, he tries to play it square to Pearson, and Smallwood just gets there, I think. No, it wasn't Smallwood. It's the center back, Platt. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a good challenge there by Davison, just kind of shrugging off Critchlow there, shoulder to shoulder. And it was a 2v1 there, and Davison tried to play it square down the 6-yard box to Pearson, who was wide open there. Not wide open, but that was really well done by Platt. Positioning was fantastic there. Yeah, I think he maybe should have played it in the air, but easier said than done there. Corner kick's going to be taken here. A floater, not the best. It was a floated near post ball. Oh! Oh, wow. Chislett, go on. Oh! George Marsh tried to hit it towards goal, and he completely mishits it, and it just falls perfectly to Chislett, who took the corner kick, and Chislett drew a couple defenders in and just kind of laid it off to Curry, who blasted it towards goal, and it bounced off one of the Bradford players. It's playing on iFollow. It's a subscription service, unfortunately. But after this half ends, I'll try to find a mirror and I'll try to point it. I haven't done it before, but I'll try. Hopefully, it won't lead to a copyright strike of any kind. Corner kick. Oh, George Marsh picks it up top of the box. Marsh! That was a decent hit, but it bounced off somebody's head. Foul on Davison as the ball fell down. He tried to volley it. Or it was a Pell that tried to volley it, or on the half volley, and brings the player down. Wow.
Pressure, but Wimbledon have put Bradford City under, but Lewis has this free kick which he sends
Hold on, I'm 10 seconds behind here. I was trying to write some notes for a moment there. I thought that was a little soft. Biller going on the challenge there, and Oliver going down. Feeling a little tug going down off the goal kick. Headed away by Woodyard. Top of the 18-yard box. Bounces around. Cleared away. Yeah, Costello almost getting on the end of a poor shot there. Fell perfectly to him. Costello with the poor first touch there as Chislett was able to come away with it and draws the foul. Yeah, Costello at the top of the 18-yard box on the corner, actually, of the 18-yard box. Poor first touch there from Costello. Allows Chislett there to pick it up. I gotta say, so far the notable players for Bradford, even though their performance so far isn't the best, I'd say Asa holding the ball up a couple times and also dropping deep and, you know, laying it off to somebody. Gilead, I think he's been good on the hold up. Walker has been very dangerous, you know, creating space for himself. Anyway, a ball forward intended for Asa down the line, but Zanev will shield it up. Okay, Pearson holding it up here. Pell getting in the challenge. What? That is soft, bro. So, Pell wins a header. Pearson holding it up, trying to place Pell square again, but it bounces around a little bit. That's not a foul. Well, Halliday was on the ground. The foul was already played there, and Pell tried to get the ball while it was on the ground. Maybe kicked a little bit at Halliday, who was on the floor, but the referee called a foul before that. I thought that was a little soft. Actually, no, he did catch Halliday with like a little trailing foot. Yeah, it was a foul in the end there. I retract my statement. Yeah, a couple of touches there from Pearson. The last one got away from him, and the player flicked it off of Pearson, out for throw in here for Bradford. So this first half it's not super boring, but it's not the most entertaining in the world. But it's had a couple of flashes in the pan, flash in the pan moments. Asa holding it up. Here's Folds. Back to Asa on the overlap. George Marsh got beat. Cross low and hard. Zanev collects. Yeah, Marsh just kind of dove into the challenge, rather. Curry has space. Go on, Curry. Through to Pearson. Pearson's being forced back, though. Tries to split two defenders. Plays it back to Curry. Oh! Tried to lay it off there. I think to Marsh. Or no, to Pell, and just behind Pell there as a challenge was coming into Curry. Maybe a little off balance on the pass. Nicely done there by Pearson to play it back to Curry, though. Curry recognizing where Pearson wanted to play it back inside the 18-yard box. It's a good opportunity, though. We're giving so much space to the outside back. Folds puts the ball into the box. Uncontested. Well, we did contest a header, but uncontested cross. We are playing a 4-2-3-1, so I think our attacking midfielders just need to drop back a little bit. I think Chislett needs to take initiative, drop back a little bit. We are giving a little bit too much space to their outside backs, who are pretty high up the pitch sometimes to try to receive that, or to try to get into that space. Foul there by AFC Wimbledon. Anyway, I am behind here because I didn't focus on the play. It was Pearson trying to hold it up. Ball bounced around a bit. And then Chislett came sliding in. Fell to Davison. Davison going to ground easy there. The defender just kind of poked it away from him. And then foul committed by AFC Wimbledon. By Biller specifically. Yeah, I think that's one of the real key issues that I've seen in this first half from AFC Wimbledon is that we're giving a lot of space to their outside back, the outside backs who are coming up, and I think our attacking mids every now and again should just kind of drop back a little bit to try to help out on the defensive end because we're a little short on numbers on the wide area. Whenever that happens, whenever they don't drop back.
BBC Radio leads FM West Yorkshire Sport 0-0 on DAB. Live from the K-Com, is it still called? Yeah. I think so. I'm being told they've changed the name now.
Pearson.
Hull City. I can't keep up with these names. I mean, this is not actually Plough Lane, it's called the Cherry Red Records.
Cherry Red Records Stadium. Again, space to the left-hand side here to Folds. Chislett is dropping back here. And they're playing it around a little bit now. Bradford, a through ball there to Asa. Asa holding it up. Kalambai on the defense. He nutmegs Kalambai. He goes to ground. Nothing there. Biller gets in the challenge. He kind of throws himself as soon as Biller maybe gets a little bit of contact with like his shoulder area. Nah, no penalty there. I'll look. I think I follow show that. Yeah, let me go back actually myself. No, Biller just gets his body in the way, shoulder to shoulder, goes and he kind of just throws himself a little bit. Asa, but Asa's been dangerous this half, man. We've been able to contain him in the sense that he doesn't get through on goal, but he's able to shrug off. He's able to hold off. On the hold up, shrug off a couple challenges. And that time, Asa just nutmegging George Marsh there. George Marsh having a bit of a. He's been doing well he did well in like the first 25 minutes, but then now he's getting beat a couple times whenever he tries to challenge somebody. Switch the play all the way to Costello, and Costello headed it straight to Zanev. Davison is Chillis is making a run there. Biller with the poor ball, but the center back actually with the poor ball, and now Davison recovers. Tries to beat somebody, but Matty Fold gets the challenge. That was a wasted opportunity there, as had maybe Davison tried to get a touch he tried to get a touch ahead of him, but had he beaten him there, he would have been through, not through on goal, but he would have been in a good area on that wide far side. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words right now.
Scores elsewhere in League Two. Stockport County have taken the lead at Northampton Town. That's definitely a scoreline of interest for Bradford City.
Scoreline of interest for both sides, actually.
It was Sarcevic who's got the goal for Stockport, who, like many other teams in this window, have made a number of signings. Gillingham also in that mix, as the ball once again is sent out of Plough Lane.
Wow. Clearance from Bradford goes over the entire stadium. Interesting.
And another ball will be sent onto the pitch. I wonder what the bill is for that. Let's go through some footballs.
I think they're good neighbours down here at Cherry Road. There's a first.
6 minutes to go in this game, 0-0.
I wonder what the bill is for that. Yeah, good point.
Wimbledon have had the better of the chances there, one must say. Certainly on the counter-attack, and that's something that City will have to be.
Woodyard. Oof.
This is a wayward cross, and guess what? The ball's gone out the ground again.
Another another ball just went over the ground. That's actually so funny. Woodyard was trying to hold it up. He gets across and it was a wayward one, and that's 2 balls over the stadium in 1 minute. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll get the mirror. I'll try to see what I can do. Holding it up here is Oliver. Chislett coming in support there. Smallwood. Asa going to take it to his right foot, being challenged by Woodyard there. Nicely done by Woodyard to hassle him. Now they get it over to Halliday. Pearson trying to gets in the challenge, overruns it, crosses it. Yeah, thankfully Halliday didn't try to drive that towards the inside of the 18-yard box. He actually just played it over to somebody who crossed it in.
Wins the duel with Davison on this occasion, and he heads out of play. And Wimbledon will have a throw far side the right. 5 minutes to go in this first half, 0-0 still.
Yeah, looks like at this moment in time, we can't get a little bit of individual brilliance from either team that's going to open this game up and put us into the game.
Yeah, both teams are doing well to get into the final third, but the deliveries have been meh from both teams at times. And neither team has really had that gilt-edged opportunity aside from Josh Davison 2v1 trying to play it down to Pearson, and that one was cleared away. A couple of half chances from Bradford as well. But Zenev hasn't been challenged yet. Neither has the other keeper, actually, for that matter.
Tuesday night when he was fouled by Halliday inside the penalty area. He took the spot kick. It was saved by Lewis, but there was 37-year-old Ian Henderson mopping up. There's another break in play here in a game that's, I would go as far to say, one for the purists, certainly the last 10 or so minutes. And the referee's now having a word with Verdane Oliver about something. All the while, we're edging closer to the half-time whistle. This throw at the midway point of City's half, far side the right, Wimbledon to take. 0-0.
Harry Pell's probably going to receive this one. Yep, he's holding it up. First time back over to Biller, and now counter-attacking opportunity here for Bradford. Good press there by Pell. And now Biller pressing on that far side. Foul on Pell. Nicely done by both Pell and Biller to really get stuck into challenges, not allowing Bradford to break on the counter. Yeah, Woodyard. Well, it was actually Woodyard who first allowed, or first challenged Oliver to really bring Oliver back, to get numbers back, to allow Pell and Biller to both get stuck in. Woodyard has been pretty good to make sure that, that players don't go on the counter, getting stuck in a couple challenges. Woodyard has really found his way into the starting lineup. Last season, obviously, he started every game, but this season, most AFC Wimbledon fans were like, no, he's actually going to be playing on the bench, coming off the bench, but yeah. Hey! Hey! A challenge on Biller there. That's got to be, that was studs up, it looked like. It wasn't a red because the heel wasn't high enough, but it did come up with the studs. It's got to be a yellow at least on Biller. On top of Biller. Who actually committed that challenge, though? Jamie Walker? I think it's going to be a yellow. Yeah, it's a yellow for Jamie Walker. Late challenge there. Did get a bit of the ball, but I mean, it was studs up.
Once again defending a set
I think we're missing a Sal. I think we are missing a Sal right now. I mean, Pearson hasn't really had too much to do yet. I mean, he's gotten the ball in the wide area a couple of times, and he's done a decent bit in that wide area, but I think we need someone like a Sal to really press that back line and also, just be a nuisance. Because we're allowing Bradford to, knock it around quite a bit. Whenever they're in the final third, we're defending it well, though. Quick throw in here. Biller. Yeah, another throw for AFC Wimbledon here. I'm from California. United States of America. Southern California, to be specific. I'll go into why I support AFC Wimbledon in a moment. Why I don't support, like, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United. I used to support Man United back in the day, though. Davison tries to switch it to Pearson, but it was way too close to the center back. He was able to pick it up. Asa dropping deep again. That's been a common theme. Okay, so I had FIFA 16. I played FIFA 16 career mode back in 2018, actually, back when FIFA 18 was out. AFC Wimbledon were the lowest ranked team in the game. I thought, why not try to get them up to the Premier League in career mode? I started following them in the 2018-19 season where they almost got relegated. They almost got relegated 2 seasons in a row, actually. But that was the Great Escape season where they were bottom of the table, and they ended up getting an FA Cup win against West Ham that season. Wow. It was a free kick forward, headed away by the center back, and then Pell tried to volley it towards goal. That was like 5 or 6 yards wide, but that looked dangerous for a moment. But yeah, I played it as them in career mode. I started following them. I watched that West Ham FA Cup win 4-2. It was 4-2 in favor of AFC Wimbledon, where they went on to the 5th round. They lost against Millwall, but as soon as I watched that game, I went from follower to full-on supporter. I'm like, dude, I'm fully behind this team and their story and their upbringing, how they got relocated to Milton Keynes, first time in the history of English football that happened, and they started from the ground up. Started in the 9th division, fastest rise in the history of English football, all the way up to the professional football tiers. Fastest rise in the history of English football. All of that combined, I just like their story, and I just support their story. I support their upbringing. I support their messages, their morals, etc. Fan-owned club. I don't think we should be fully fan-owned at this point, though. I think we should follow maybe the German model, 51% fan-owned, and a little bit of outside. What am I saying right now? Investment. As being fully fan-owned doesn't really yield very much. Over the long run, it doesn't yield very much in terms of in the way of results. But yeah. Hashtag went up 5 in 5. Oh, never mind. Okay. I don't know. I can't tell if that's a meme or if that's actually serious. No, hashtag no. I don't know. That's a meme for sure. No. Hashtag United, last time I checked, are not a football league club. But anyway, first half, I'd say was, both teams had some spells. I don't think either team really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. I think Bradford definitely dominated the possession, though. I think AFC Wimbledon sat back a little bit, allowed their outside backs, Folds and Halliday, to get some space up there and put the crosses into the box. That being said, AFC Wimbledon winning virtually every header once it does get put into the box. Alex Pierce is very imposing in the air. Callum Bai decent in the air as well. That number 10 Walker, that lad seems pretty decent though. Just kind of catching us off guard on a couple of occasions, taking a couple quick touches and setting himself up for some shots or to lay it off. But yeah, I think in terms of AFC Wimbledon, just on the wide areas, I guess, when Pearson gets in the wide area, he's done a good job in waiting for the overlap. Or we really haven't seen Pearson's 1v1 ability yet in terms of taking someone on. We haven't seen that yet. Chislett, whenever he's in that wide area, he usually would lay it off. But Davison was kind of a non-factor in that half. Lost a lot of aerial duels, and on the hold-up, kind of got shrugged off too easily. Pell, doing a good job of winning the knockdowns and providing on the attacking end, but hasn't found himself on a clear, gilt-edged opportunity aside from maybe a couple of volleys outside the box. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a nothing first half. I mean, it wasn't boring, but it wasn't the best half either. I think AFC Wimbledon should really look towards the direction of Armani Little. I think maybe could bring him on for Chislett maybe around the 65th minute. I think Little could really provide there in terms of, long shots. I think maybe looking towards long shots is kind of speculative at times whenever we don't create on the attacking end. But I think this type of game with, a couple of balls playing forward to Davison, the center backs from Bradford winning the headers, I think it really does feed into Armani Little, can pick it up, can strike it, can strike the ball from distance. He has a good long shot, and I think Armani Little can provide. And I think maybe Al Hamadi, the new striker, maybe could come on later in the game, 75th, 80th minute, for some fresh legs for Davison. But aside from that, maybe Senior actually. Senior on the wide area, maybe like for Pearson if Pearson doesn't work out the second half. I would say either Pearson or Chislett off for Senior or Little. I'd say a double substitution, bring both on if possible around the 65th or 70th minute if nothing changes. And then maybe Al Hamadi in the 80th minute for Davison. But we'll see. I'll be back after these short messages.
name to all of them. Keep my name. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. To all of them. Keep my name. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. Seasons of the past, laying low in the day, memories fade away.
I'm a Vegas hotel. I know what you're thinking. It's cool. I don't want anything too serious either. Just a fun, spontaneous thing. I'm looking for someone who will let loose, dress up a little, see a show, order the steak and the lobster. Some people say I'm excessive, but who cares? I'm just looking for a Saturday to remember and a Sunday by the pool. Think you can keep up?
This is a word that's more than a word. It's our word. That when you book an Airbnb up here, or one down there, we'll have your back with the most comprehensive protection in travel. Always included and always free. Air cover, only on Airbnb.
so silly. This is so silly. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this whole half, but we'll see. I'm back though. What's up? I'll try to mix that in with some food because I got food because I'm hungry because it's like 7 or it's 8 in the morning for me. So.
City, as I say, they're not changed in the second half. Halliday, Platt, Critchlow and Foles, the back four. Midfield of Smallwood, Gilead, Walker and Issa as Davison chases a clearance.
I hope this is fine. Biller on the right now. He gets a cross in. Oh, decent cross there. Ball bouncing around. Pell going to ground there, but of course, always Pell going to ground. Corner kick though. Where's my phone? I don't think this is going to work. My mirror's not big enough. We'll try though. Headed away. Woodyard with the shot blocked. Nah, fam, this ain't gonna work. It's too small. Like, and plus, like, I have like my stream set up too, where I don't actually have the game on the entire screen. Like, it's pointed at the screen now. This is silly, dude. This is so silly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I don't. I'll invest in. I'll get one though. I'll get one for future streams. But unfortunately, this is all I have to work with for now. I'll consider that though for future streams. I will get a bigger mirror and see if I can actually get it to work. Zanev takes a free kick. Oh, Davison wins a header for once, straight up in the air though. Asa tried to clear it, but he kind of mishit it and it fell perfectly to the feet of Marsh on that wide hand area, and he got fouled. I'm just having pizza. Pizza for breakfast, why not? Here's Biller now. Nah, try to play it wide to chisel it, but too wide. Out for a throw-in. Pell committing the foul, of course, by the touchline.
Much in keeping, like you said, Jeremy, with how the game's been unfolding at the moment. Both teams find it very, very difficult to get footholds, get any passing together. And to be honest, Wimbledon would be the happier of the two teams because Bradford just don't seem to be able to break them down at the moment. Lewis goes long once again. Pierce rises high.
Headed away by Pierce. Davison, can he shrug off his defender now? Yeah, Critchlow just barely able to shrug it off and play back to the keeper. Woodyard winning the header there, coming forward. Marsh winning the header there. Headers won by both sides. But there is a player down here for Bradford. Initially, from that Woodyard header, it looked to me like Wow, that's bad. Woodyard, I think, was going up for the header. Oh, I thought the guy was knocked out, but it looked to me like he's... Oh, it's his knee. It was as soon as he landed, after Woodyard went for the header, that player that challenged the header from against Woodyard. It was specifically it was oof. Is that Gilead? I can't tell. I think that was Gilead, but he's up and running now. Halliday gets ahead of Pearson there after Pearson tried to hold it up off of a clearance. Pearson hasn't really been too much of a factor so far, aside from maybe one or two like decent moments, like a back heel overlap in the second minute, for example. Aside from that, not much to talk about. He did play Jack Curry through on the overlap in like the 23rd minute or something. His off-the-ball press is good, though. Not like an Ayuba Sal where he'd run like a headless chicken, but... Oh, Tyreek Wright went to Plymouth. I just noticed that. Oh, it's... Okay, on the right-hand side, Walker gets across in back post! Oh, couldn't redirect it. That was a dangerous play. It was quickly taken down the right-hand side. I think Pearson a little bit caught... Was that his man? Mm-hmm. Pearson caught ball watching there as that ball was played through to the right-hand side, down the right-hand side. That's something Pearson's got to learn. Obviously, he's only, what, 21, 22 years of age? Still young, still learning, but go on, Pearson. He got past Halliday initially, but Halliday made it tough for him as he tried to cross it low, but that was cleared away for a throw-in. It's on iFollow. It's a paid subscription service, unfortunately. If you live in the UK, you can pay, I think it's like £5 per game. For a monthly pass, it's like around 20 quid, I'd say. Maybe a little less than 20 quid, but... and then you can pay for a yearly subscription, but that's for overseas supporters only. Davidson on the wide area. Poor first touch there, or second touch rather, with this thigh first touch and then try to take it down the line second touch. But still in possession here with Wimbledon. Chislett trying to take someone on the wide area. It's cleared away. Counter-attacking possibility here. Walker coming forward. Tries to play it through to Asa. He does. Being challenged by Kalambai. Kalambai recovers. Nicely done. Forces him back to the corner flag. Back out to Walker. Walker gets the first time cross in. Header towards goal. It was good play there by Bradford, but it was a foul there by Asa as he tries to go for the header. Pardon me. Yeah, it was Asa that committed the foul. And it went straight to Zanev anyway, regardless of whether it was a foul or not. How much is it? Well, I think 5 quid for a match pass. I'm not sure, though. 10 quid for Vit. Oh, really? That's pretty pricey. That's actually very pricey. But welcome along. I do live streams for all things AFC Wimbledon. Well, when I say all things, I just mean the games. But yeah, I do live streams for AFC Wimbledon specifically. Woodyard tries to play forward to Davison, but Davison just not there. Asa now picks it up. He likes to drop deep, and now he's trying to maraud forward. Shot blocked by Curry, though. Good positioning from Curry. And now look at that. Pearson has so much space. Can he carry it forward? Yes, he can. Through ball to Davison. The center back was just there, and the keeper sweeps it out. Decent ball by Pearson, just a little far ahead of Davison there. Yeah, they had so many numbers forward there, Bradford. Too many, I'd say. Off that blocked shot, it was immediately Pearson on the other end.
We've been waiting for this. It's needed it.
Yeah, it certainly has.
10 minutes gone in this second half, and the referee now coming over to this near side, and he's going to have a word with Glyn Hodges, who has maybe said a word too many to the fourth official.
Sort of. Sometimes I like to commentate, sometimes I like to let the other person do the commentary, but
Who continues to protest towards the fourth official.
I don't know, whatever flows more nicely, I just go with it. I just go with the flow.
There's a free kick for Bradford City, which
But I do provide like analysis, insight in the game and whatever, but I don't know if my commentary is just a little annoying sometimes. Free kick for Bradford from about 40 yards out. Whipped in, back post. Headed up by Oliver. Headed away by Kalambaye. Yeah, Wimbledon in possession after a few headers won. Biller tries to clear it, but good press there by number 6, Smallwood. A couple more headers. Throw in for AFC Wimbledon. I'd like to think that my live streams are good for people that have a good attention span and can pay attention to everything. Because there's always going to be commentary. There's going to be commentary from me, and then you'll hear commentary from the other end whenever I'm quiet. But it can get a little overpowering sometimes, I guess. Bradford starting to find their feet, I'd say, or to find their footing in the second half. Aside from that counter-attacking opportunity that AFC Wimbledon unfortunately couldn't capitalize on. Issa holding it up. Corner kick here, won by Issa as he kind of flicks it very smartly off the foot of Alex Woodyard, off the challenge from Woodyard. We've been having a hard time dealing with the hold-up of Asa. Short corner. Back to Smallwood. Back to number 14. Oh, Pearson dives in. Back post! Off the line by Biller. Heads it away. Bounces around. Number 14 back in possession again. He somehow finds a pass through to Asa. Top of the 6. Cross is blocked. Handball shouts. Major handball shouts. Number 14 folds. I didn't know his name. Sorry. He just like back flicks it, like with his left foot, flicks it through in between Curry and Chislett on the press, and Asa was there on the top of the 6. He crosses it low and hard. Yeah, Pierce came sliding in. It bounced off his hand that was on the ground. Looked to me like that was a penalty. His hand was on the ground, but it wasn't outstretched. It was like kind of close to his body. He had to put his hand on the ground. Something similar, but not exactly, was that penalty that Portugal got against Uruguay. I don't know if you remember that one, where it was like a pass and the player like put his hand on the ground and it went in between his legs and hit his hand. I'd say no pen. The hand wasn't outstretched. The hand was close to the body as he came sliding in. It's a tough one to call, though. That is definitely a tough one for the ref. Obviously no VAR, but I'd say no pen is the right call there, but that was definitely a handball shout for the ages. There's Woodyard playing it square to Curry. Curry has so much space, and you do not want Curry on the ball if you're Bradford. Very skillful left back, and he tries to cut it to his left. Plays it back to Chislett. Back to Woodyard. Bradford sitting very deep, allowing Woodyard to take a couple more touches into the final third. Biller cuts it to his right. Biller can put a good ball into the box, but they force it back. Ooh. It's a double yellow! Double yellow for Walker. It was a late challenge on Marsh. It wasn't a terrible challenge, but it was a yellow card offense. He was already on the yellow. Got his stud up there. Yeah, he just reached in there with his right foot. Rightfully so, double yellow for Walker. I don't think there's any controversy on that one. Just silly if you're Walker there, especially if you're an experienced player like that. You surely have to be smarter than that. And that was a good ball for Marsh too. Had that not been pulled back for a foul, it maybe could have been maybe a knockback towards goal from Pell, but the play was stopped immediately after the cross was put in because it was a high boot coming in there from Walker. So it's going to be down to 10 men for Bradford. Come on, you Dons. Get in. The pressure, the momentum's building up. Here we go. Headed away, but not fully away. Pell square to Woodyard. Woodyard square to Chislett. He has some space. Can he take that space? He takes it to his left foot. Nicely done to Pearson. That's a good ball from Pearson. Just a little too close to the keeper, though. Your shit. Ah. Zanev will clear his lines here. Oh, nobody wins the header. Okay, back to the keeper. Here we go again. Oh, he rolls it out. He's gonna kick it anyway. Hey! Come on, ref. It's Harry Pell that goes down, of course, though. Oh, Chislett on the right-hand side. Aww. And that's another ball over the ground. That's number 3. That was just disappointing from Chislett. It was a little dink over the top there from Alex Woodyard, and Chislett unfortunately just mishits it. I think it bounced off his plant foot as he was trying to get it on the half volley to put it back into the box. I think we got to make a sub though. We got to take I'd say Chislett off. I'd say Pearson has kind of worked his way into the second half. Chislett off for either Senior or Little. I would say Little, but I wouldn't mind Senior either. Carlisle 2-0 against Newport. Not the best result for AFC Wimbledon. Stevenage 1-0 to Harrogate. Well, that's top of the table. It's second versus second top versus second bottom, essentially. I don't think Harrogate are second bottom, actually, but they're close. Cross coming in from Jack Curry with pace, headed straight up in the air. Davison knocks it down. Pell trying to get on the end of it, but cleared away. Plenty of space for Woodyard to put the ball in. Oof. Corner kick here. Critchlow tried to get the header in, but it bounced off the top of his head and went and hit the top of the net. So it's going to be a corner kick here for Wimbledon. Woodyard back to Chislett off the short corner. Cleared away, not fully away. Volley from Marsh. George Marsh with a miss-hit shot with his left foot, and it fell to Chislett on the far post, and he tried to steer it towards the near post. Beaten away by the keeper. Well, my stream died for a bit. I don't know what happened after the corner. I'll try to pull it back to see exactly what happened. Alright, so I'm 30 seconds behind, guys. I'll try to recover it. Alright, so Chislett's going to take the corner here. I'm behind, so if there was a goal, I don't know. Headed away, not fully away. And again, volley from Marsh. Blocked this time. Pearson, 2v1 here, or 1v2. Oh. Pell tries a little half volley there, off like a flick up and a half volley. Anyway, Pearson coming off. I thought it'd be Chislett, but it is going to be Pearson. I don't mind that necessarily. I mean, I was just speculating it could be Chislett, but Pearson coming off for Kirtland Senior. Courtney or Kirtland? Courtney Senior. My bad. Yeah, Senior has had he played well against Crew. I think you know, he showed some good speed, some good feet in tight areas. Anyway, I'm back live, thankfully. Oh, we'll try to play it square to Woodyard, but Woodyard had to try to slide in and got dispossessed here. Oh, they try to play to Issa. It's going to a counter-attacking opportunity. 3v3 here. Well intercepted by Biller, but he tries to switch to play and... Wow. Okay, yeah, that was very disappointing from Biller. He cuts it to his left foot, and then he was complaining to Chislett. Or Senior. Is that on the far side? Oh, we made a double sub, actually. I couldn't tell who that was. That was Al Hamadi who came in. I'm like, I don't recognize that guy. Al Hamadi. He tried to switch to Al Hamadi, but he got... Al Hamadi was making a run, and he played it behind Al Hamadi, and he was like, why don't you try to fucking receive the pass back? Anyway. I couldn't quite recognize him. Davison on the right, on the near side here, plays it over to Woodyard. Good ball. Oof. Yeah, it looked to me like that was Platt, who just barely got on the head of that one, bounced off the top of his head. Now he goes to ground. Al Hamadi already making a difference here for AFC Wimbledon, the Iranian center forward. In this case, he's playing on the wide area. Or maybe we did switch to a 2 up top. I can't quite see it as of yet. I'll confirm. Will we see Andy Cook for Bradford? That is the question. Calumbai winning the header there, but a header forward from Bradford. Asa taking it towards the center. Nicely controlled with his head and then taken. Now on the wide hand side is Sutton. Forced back. Good work by Curry. The substitute, Levi Sutton. Who'd he come on for? Costello. Yeah, Costello really was a non-factor. Yeah, Curry's going to recover possession here on the far side. Cuts it to his left. Gets brought down. Nicely done by Curry. Yeah, a little bit too nonchalant Bradford there. We're off the throw in to try to knock possession around. Curry just kind of gets on the end of it. Davison goes to ground. And yeah, okay, foul. I thought they were gonna let that one go, but Davison does go to ground a little easy. It was a through ball over the top there on the far side. Maybe a little nudge there, or a little clip of the heel. Yeah, it was a clip of the heel for sure. It was Halliday who just kind of took a little bit of a bite and brought him down. Very good area to take this free kick. We have Pell, we have Pierce who can win that header. I think Pell will look to be on the back post for a potential knockdown. Looks to me like he's lining up around the center though. Yeah, maybe a header towards goal. I think that would be smart. Chislett is South African? I don't know that. Chislett can whip this one in. Back straight to the keeper. I think he tried to repeat what he did against was it against Crew? No, it was the game before that. Tried to repeat that top corner free kick. Oh, Senior tries to get on the end of that one. Let's see. Yeah, I'll throw in here for Bradford to take. I'm going to take a fat nap after this game's over. Yeah, I mean, down to 10 men, Bradford, and they're still hanging on here. But now a counter-attacking opportunity. No, the center back clears it. Biller sprinting forward to challenge Asa there. Nice to get back in position here as they're still in possession. Penalty shot on the back post there. Nothing doing there. Kalambai was... Nah. Yeah, I was going to say Biller needs to recover. And it was Oliver on the back post trying to get in a good position, and just him and Kalambai having a bit of a tussle. Nothing doing there though. How's that not a foul? Pell goes forward to win the header. I know it's Harry Pell. He goes down easy, but I thought he got brought down. Folds plays it forward. Kalambai sweeps it up as the through ball was intended for Asa. Maybe, yeah. Curry has some space forward here. Bradford sitting deep as they tend to do at times. And now they're pressing here with Halliday all the way up, committing the foul there on Courtney Sr. There they go. Yeah, they're bringing on Andy Cook. Oh, that's it done from Byler all the way down the center now is Byler. Pell switches the play. Gets a quick, heavy pass over to Curry. Partially cleared, not fully. Al-Hamadi takes a couple touches forward, plays it over to Biller. Good movement by Al-Hamadi. Al-Hamadi receives it top of the 18-yard box, holding it up. There you go, Al-Hamadi. Good off-the-ball movement by Al-Hamadi. He plays Biller, and then he makes like a 3-4 yard run to the top of the 18, and then stays firm to receive the pass on the hold-up, takes a couple touches wide, and then draws the foul there. A little bit of a late challenge from, I think that was Gilead. Off the ball movement's very good from Al-Hamadi. Josh Davis is like this to the goalkeeper as the keeper is trying to adjust his wall. That could be a yellow for... He's still doing it. Go on, Davison. No, you gotta get back on side, Davison. Come on. Get back on side, Davison. Okay. Keeper having a bit of a word with Davison. Davison having a word back at him. It's going to be Ethan Chislett to take this one. Here we go. Chislett can absolutely hit this one. Chislett. Oh! Forces a save from the keeper there. Good save from the keeper. Top draw. Yeah, it was toward where the keeper was. The keeper kind of took a step. No, actually, no. The keeper stood firm. The keeper stood firm. He didn't cheat off of his line. Had he cheated, maybe could have been in trouble. But the keeper stood firm. And good save. Corner from AFC Wimbledon here. I've been impressed with Al Hamadi though so far. Hasn't received the ball too much, but when he has, he's made an impact. Oh. Good foul committed there by Curry, I think.
Good defending from Bradford City. They needed to do that. They need to be on that metal now. You know, with the game, still lots to prepare for in this game. But with these 10 men, you've got to conserve your energy and really pick your moments when you go forward.
There we go. Armani Little coming on now. The other signing, the Forest Green loan, on loan from Forest Green, mind you, but still Little coming on here. All three of our January transfer window signings making an appearance here. Pearson has already come off though, a good 15 minutes ago, and he's coming on for Marsh, Armani Little, and Pell's off too. It looks to me like, yeah, Al Hamadi is actually playing. I think we might be playing a 4-4-2 now, with Chislett on one side and Pearson on the other. I think we're playing two up top right now. Long ball forward up to Al Hamadi. Al Hamadi challenges it. Good physicality from Al Hamadi, but Platt wins the header in the end. Yeah, Wimbledon just kind of knocking about here. I think Wimbledon are in the driver's seat in these they have been in the last 10 minutes. Davison trying to win the knockdown. Nobody on it. Cleared away by Little. Again, Al Hamadi winning that header. Nicely done. Little winning the header, the secondary header. Al Hamadi dropping deep. Oof. Woodyard tries to play it over the top through the middle, but counter-attack opportunity. Wimbledon get numbers back now. Asa now on the overlap. There's number 14. Cleared away. Al Hamadi is going to make it. Hey! That's got to be a red or a yellow maybe. For sure. Yellow card for sure. Yeah. Critchlow just kind of pulled him down. Al Hamadi has done fantastic so far in getting away from his man. Good physicality. It was a clearance there from Kalambai, and then Al Hamadi just gets goal side. Just kind of shrugs him off, gets goal side, and runs onto it. Oh. Curry went for the header just off the top of his head, out for a goal kick. That was a good delivery, though.
Aloisa on cue. Thierry Nevers will be coming on for Aloisa, who's not seen his number just yet. Coach just had to say to him,
Got 2 subs here for Bradford.
and how's your afternoon done? Smile on his face for Aloisa. No goal. He did have a shot on target in the first half. And Songo will also come on and take the place of Alex Gilead. So,
Yeah, Bradford had a goal line clearance in the second half, but that was their really only clear-cut chance.
choice that because it signals Songo to sit in there, Smallwood to sit in there, allows.
Yeah, Bradford controlled the first 15 minutes of that second half, and then AFC Wimbledon coming back ever since the red card. Well, it took him like maybe almost 10 minutes to really swing momentum around, but they've started to do so, AFC Wimbledon.
can't bring it under control. Lofted clearance high up into the South London night sky. Folds. Heads the ball out of play. Throw for Wimbledon. Near side the right. Byler to Woodgid. Back to Byler. Woodgid once again. We've seen that a lot in the second half. First time pass from Pierce out to the left hand side. Curry now. Space.
Curry, ball over the top, intended for Chislett, nothing doing.
Beg your pardon, Songo doing the defending work there. Clear towards the halfway line. And out for a Bradford City throw. In a game that's really lacked rhythm and pace. It's been a battle really more than a free-flowing game. And of course Bradford City down to 10 men. Let's not forget Jamie Walker sent off 2 yellow cards in this game. But while the scoreline remains 0-0, Bradford City well and truly in this game. Throw on the far side. Howley up the line. Cook flicks on. Neves is there and he brings it down. Off balance though, he was always reaching. Clearance comes in for Wimbledon. Good header from Critchlow. It breaks in the middle of the park for Neves. Plays it off for Smallwood.
So you have a bit of time here, Bradford. They're playing it on the left-hand side, or time and space, I should say.
Touches away from Little, draws a foul. Free kick Bradford City.
Yeah, Little just kind of kicks out. Is that going to be a yellow for him? No.
Just settled on the ball, just weighed it a little bit time and then took the touch away from Little, drawing a free kick, and this is what you need when you're down to 10 men. You just need to draw fouls in the opposition's half of the pitch.
That high line once again for Wimbledon. Men forward for Bradford City. Platt, Critchlow, Cooker there. Smallwood standing over this free kick. 0-0.
Come on, we got to hold this off. Zanev comes out, but then he stays back in his line. Header towards goal. This Critchlow was there in the back post, but Zanev collected that one.
Overarm throw out towards this right.
Biller, he threw it out to Biller. Cuts it to his left foot, or to the center, down the center.
Woodgid, switch of play for Wimbledon. Gould from right to left out towards that far side, but it goes over the head of Curry. Sutton was there for Bradford City. Hughes just signals to the away end to offer more encouragement. This game's about ridiculing you. Certainly isn't. The fans, you can
I had to sit on my side because my fucking back started to hurt a little bit. No, I don't have a lopsided shoulder. I'm just sitting on my side here.
on BBC Sounds as well from 5 o'clock or online bbc.co.uk/radio leads. We'll be taking your calls. 1100 389 3333 is a free phone number. We'll hear the thoughts of Mark Hughes after this afternoon's game.
Chislett gets a clearance, not fully away, but it falls perfectly to the feet of Al Hamadi. But Critchlow, oh, he tries to pass it back to the keeper. Al Hamadi putting the press on.
Launches the ball high up into the main stand.
Yeah, keeper just barely got there ahead of Al Hamadi. His first touch was heavy, Al Hamadi, and then the defender Critchlow, the pass back to the keeper was very light.
to complete the pass, but Harry Lewis and his centre half were on the same wavelength.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Al Hamadi gets on the score sheet. It's looking like it.
City searching for a winner, but at the moment defending with Wimbledon on the ball. Left hand side, Curry. Carried it infield. Squares right. Woodgid now. The captain sprays it right. Byler touches it.
My timer's all the way off, by the way.
Byler still left.
Oh.
Strike is well wide. And it will land behind Howard Lewis's goal. Goal kick.
Yeah, a little desperate there. From Byler just coming in. hooked by-
Wow, my timer was off. Okay, so there we go.
Just trying to curl it with his left foot, but he got his hand over.
It is the 86th minute as it stands. Lee Brown. Just to solidify a point, I guess. I don't know. Are we switching to a 3? Or is he just playing as a left back, Lee Brown? Oh, go on, Davison. Header back to the keeper. Man, the press from Wimbledon off of those long balls off the back line. Those long balls. Very dangerous, that press from either Davison or Al-Hamadi. It always looks like they're going to get on the end of something. Offside? Andy Cook's off, yeah.
And it's 0-0. 10-man Bradford City. Neves. He's not bright since he's come on. Gone into a challenge day.
I think we're gonna get some mixed opinions after this game. I mean, Wimbledon definitely played better this game than they did last game against Crewe, but considering that Bradford went down to 10 men, this game is there for the taking, and so I'm sure some people will not be entirely satisfied with just a point. Ball went straight up in the air. Oh, what? That came out of nothing. Okay, so it was a poor clearance there by Byler. I'm sorry, from Brown, and then Byler was trying to hold it up. He got dispossessed by Smallwood. Smallwood immediately just turned and shot it towards goal. And Zanev with a good save, beating it away. Corner kick swung in near post, cleared away by Little. Shielded away. Yeah, that ball shielded away, thankfully. Dude, the Bradford support. They are raucous today. They are loud and raucous. Man. There's a difference. You're shit and you shit bastard Oh! Chislett lays it off! Come on, Senior! Hit that shit, man! Earlier, shot was blocked. That punt from Zanev went all the way to fucking Chislett. And Chislett just found some space on the left-hand side for Senior. Davison holding it up. Al-Hamani takes it to his right foot. Al-Hamani inside of the right foot there tries to place it far post, but then the defender just defender poked it away. Stuck a foot out for a corner. Yeah, stuck his left foot out and out on the near side. That was good hold up play from Davison there. We've been lacking in that department. Another corner headed away off the top of the head. Ooh, this is really picking up, boys. This is a decent ball back post. Knotted back. Senior tried to go for the header, but headed away and then cleared away. Headed away, but still towards Little. Little gets it over to the other side to Chislett on the left. Back to Little. Little with a... Oh. That was a floater. It was a bit of a flat one, but it floated over the head of Al-Hamadi.
Yes, men have certainly been able to seem to be able to manage these moments in the game. They've not been the better team on the day, but they've been equal to Wimbledon, whatever Wimbledon have put at them at this moment.
I gotta say, I don't want to speak too soon, but Al-Hamadi seems like a fantastic signing so far.
To close out what has been a goalless game so far. Will that change? 10-man Bradford City searching for a winner, but having to make sure that they don't concede. Was there a hand there? Sutton heads it down for himself and plays it left for Neves. Neves.
Good tackle there by Senior onto Neves. Neves recovers possession back, though. Turns away from Senior.
Folds, left-hand side, gets the ball caught under his feet. Manages to keep a hold of it.
Yeah, Folds was under challenge by Biller and Woodyard. Throw in.
Inside the left.
It's good play from Thierry Neves, really is.
Yeah, I got away from Senior Neves did from that challenge.
For him, I'm still sure.
Dinked into the box by Smallwood. Sutton collects it. Left edge of the area.
Lee Brown forces Sutton out.
Into the corner.
Senior in press again.
Holding for? Are they taking the draw, Andy Cormier, or are they taking the point?
They certainly deserve a point if they can see it out. But there's a moment in this game if Bradford can just knit some passes together in the final third. I'm sure they've got players on the pitch just to seal this game.
It's going to be a throw in here. Is it going to be a long one?
Song goes up there, as is Andy.
Looks like it.
It's going to be a long throw this from Matty Folds. Launched into
Long throw from Folds.
there, header away, comes out to Neves.
Headed away, but to Neves. Left-hand side, low and hard. Blocked.
Player last, there's an overhead kick from Jan Songo. He's done a
Songa tried to go for an overhead kick, but it was a foul. He didn't even connect, but it was a foul because it was a high boot. Chislett now in possession, taking it to the center.
Chislett
Trying to find somebody.
drives in field and squares it.
Take it forward, Biller. You have space. Go on. Crosses it in. Good ball. Headed away, though. It's a corner. Yeah, they tried to head it away and it bounced off one of the other players of Bradford and went out for a corner. Bounced off Critchlow from the header away from Platt. Come on, boys. We need to fucking get in the end of this one. Come on. It's been a bit of a seesaw affair in these last 20 minutes. There's a poor cross there coming in from Lee Brown. Straight to the keeper. What's up, Alabama? How you doing, man? What do you think of Al-Hamadi? I think he's fantastic. I think he's a great signing. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think Al-Hamadi's got some strength. He's not the paciest, but I mean, he just somehow finds a way to keep possession with his strength. And he takes heavy touches. Like, typically players that are slow, they're a little bit on the slower side. If they try to take small touches, they'll get dispossessed. But he takes a couple heavy touches and shrugs the challenges off at the same time. He's got some good physicality, can hold it up. I think he's stronger than Davison in terms of hold-up play. Oh, okay, gotcha. 30 seconds to go. AFC Wimbledon, one opportunity to go here to really capitalize on something. Little's going to switch the play. Nice. Hope you have fun. They're going to play quick here, AFC Wimbledon. 10 seconds to go. Play it wide. Yep. Good ball in. Oh, over everyone's head. Cleared away, not fully away by Neves. It's going to be full time. Ooh. Hold on. I'm going to record here. And it ends, ladies and gentlemen, 0-0. Unfortunately, another 0-0 for AFC Wimbledon, but I think this 0-0 was a little bit more exciting than the Crew one. Again, a bit of a pattern that we've been seeing in the past maybe 5-6 games or so from AFC Wimbledon. A bit of a slow first half with a couple of opportunities that I will highlight. Second half definitely picked up, especially with that red card, or double yellow, I should say, which I'll also get into. But AFC Wimbledon, I think definitely some positives to take from this game. I think our signings look great. Al-Hamadi especially I want to highlight. Ever since he came on for Pell specifically, I think they just decided to switch to a 2 up front, 4-4-2. And I wanted to see a 4-4-2 to be fair to start off this game, but we didn't have NYC, so I think maybe just play Davison and have Al Hamadi come off the bench. And come off the bench he did, and he really did make an impact. He's, very physically imposing. I think he's stronger than Davison on the hold-up play. But there were moments where he also just took the ball forward, took a couple heavy touches. Not the fastest player in the world, but not super slow either. But he would take a couple of semi-heavy touches and shrug off the player to the side of him at the same time. And I don't think he got dispossessed from the 4 or 5 times that he was in possession. He never got dispossessed. There was one time where he actually played it over to the... he was on the right-hand side. He played it an overlapping run, I think, to Chislett. Chislett took it back, and then Al Hamadi just kind of spun off of it and then received the ball on the hold-up at the top of the 18-yard box, took a touch to his left, took another touch to set himself up, and drew the foul. And Al Hamadi winning a couple headers, too. I thought he was very impressive. Pearson starting today, though, ahead of Asal, who's still ill. I don't know if he's ill or sick or whether they're trying to sell him in the transfer window. I really hope we don't see Asal leave this early, but we did sign a couple of players that could really contest. Pearson, one of them. I thought Pearson was okay. There were a couple moments where he took a heavy touch and got dispossessed, or maybe took a little bit too long and the ball got dispossessed, but he wasn't terrible. I think he made an impact on the game in certain flash in the pan moments, notably in the second minute of the game where I'm going to take my headphones off. Second minute of the game where he received a pass from Marsh on the wide area, and then he kind of back-heeled it. It was very skillfully done towards Marsh, and Marsh got a good ball into the box that was headed away for a corner. But Pearson, had a couple flash in the pan moments. I think off the ball press, he's not like an Asal where he runs like a headless chicken, but he does press off the ball, and he is a fairly quick individual. So Pearson, I'd say, had an average game. I'd say it wasn't great, wasn't spectacular, but I think there's some positives to look at for Pearson. As for Armani Little, won a few headers. Played switched the play a couple times. Good distribution. He's kind of like an Anthony Hartigan type of player, but maybe a little bit better in terms of winning the ball in the air. Not too much to say about Little. I think he has some good distribution, good passing. Can really serve as a good central defensive midfielder. Ahead of Marsh, who I thought had a decent game until maybe later in the game where he got beat a couple times on the wide areas and also just got stuck into a couple challenges. Dove into a couple of challenges and got beat, I should say. So, good first half, meh second half for Marsh, and then he got taken off. Who else? Let me just analyze or go back to the beginning of the game. Like I said, second minute, good opportunity for the Dons. They had another half chance later, or it was a good chance actually that ended up being a half chance. Davison with the ball over the top shrugs his man off Critchlow. Critchlow had a hard time dealing with a couple of players. Davison wasn't really the best on the hold-up, but he did shrug him off there. It was mainly Pell, Pearson, and Al Hamadi who gave Critchlow, the center back, some problems. But Davison did shrug him off in that instance. And it was a 2v1. I thought he had a little more space, could have taken another touch toward the inside of the 18-yard box and draw that last defender in, but he decided to try to play it low and hard to Pearson at the top of the 6-yard box, and the center back, Platt, positioned himself well to poke it out for a corner. That was a very good opportunity that they didn't capitalize on. Bradford's only real clear-cut chance of that first half was what was like a miss-hit shot from outside the 18 off of a clearance from a corner, and then they try to poke it, and it bounced off a player in the 6-yard area, and it went out for a corner, I think, in that instance. But nothing too crazy. Second half, I think both teams had some pretty decent opportunities. Bradford had a goal line clearance from Byler, where it was a bit of a good spell of possession, good spell of play from Bradford in the 45th to 55th minute. I thought we sat back a little bit and allowed Bradford to get in. and they, put a couple decent balls in the box. One of them was headed towards the back post over Zanev's head and cleared away by Byler. I thought we gave a little bit too much time and space to the outside backs, which can tend to happen when you play 2 central midfielders and 3 attacking midfielders. I thought Chislett maybe could have dropped back deep a little bit to help on the challenges. We gave a lot of space to Folds and Halliday on the wide areas. Thankfully, most of the crosses were dealt with, aside from that little spell in the beginning of the second half, as I mentioned. But most of those crosses were dealt with pretty effectively by the likes of Kalambai and Pierce. And I thought Curry won a couple of headers too. I thought he was very imposing in the air. So we dealt with some of the Route 1 stuff, but most of the time they played, on the ground, and they played, good spells of possession. But when they got in the final third, our shape was decent, aside from, the 45th to 60th minute where we sat back and allowed a little bit of good play from Bradford. After that, double yellow card from Walker. I think both yellow cards were warranted. The first one was a late challenge, studs up, arguably a red, but I would say yellow. And then the second one was just like a high boot, as George Marsh got a ball into the box. So yeah, double yellow. It took us a good 10 minutes after that, around the 70th minute, to really start to ramp up the momentum after that double yellow, but we really did start to ramp it up. And I thought Al-Hamadi was a very positive influence. I think he was the substitute of the match. And the overall man of the match, I would say Woodyard. I think Woodyard stopped a couple of counterattacks. He charged back towards goal side of whoever was on the ball and forced the player back. Woodyard got stuck in a couple of challenges. I think he was solid all around. I've really warmed up to Woodyard. I've been, neutral with Woodyard for a good while. Last season, I thought Woodyard was decent, but later in the season, it started to really get bad as the chemistry, the morale went down under Mark Robinson. The fans were getting frustrated. Woodyard was getting frustrated. But now he's really worked himself into the side and established himself as a solid defensive midfield. Must start every single game. I think Chiz was all right. I mean, he didn't really make too much of an impact. Pell went to ground very easily on a lot of occasions, so maybe he could have stayed on his feet, but he won a couple headers. Pell doing what he usually does. Who else have I not mentioned? Senior coming on. I think he provided some fresh legs. I think Senior wasn't too much of an impact, but got back defensively, helped out on the double teams whenever they brought it out wide. I thought he did all right. I mean, Senior did what he needed to do. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about that particular game. I mean, 15 shots for AFC Wimbledon, 3 on target, 11 shots for Bradford, 4 on target. There were several opportunities where AFC Wimbledon took some long distance shots. And I said Armani Little should come on, and he did, because he does have that long shot. He does have that tendency to strike from distance at times, but he didn't really find those opportunities. And Little, I mean, played some good balls forward. Distribution was good overall, and I think we'll look to see more from him in the future. Maybe ahead of Marsh in the next game, I'm not sure. But that being said, decent game from AFC Wimbledon. I thought we could have maybe taken advantage of the double yellow. I think we were a little slow to try to take advantage of it, and then we kind of fizzled out in the last 5 minutes or so, or 10 minutes, I should say. The last 5 minutes, there were a couple of half chances from both sides, but I'd say considering that we played against Bradford, who are a solid team all around, it's a decent point, and we are going to be playing Newport away next game, and Walsall, Stockport, Leyton Orient, Carlisle, Northampton. A tough 6 games ahead of us, aside from maybe Stockport and maybe Walsall. Newport, maybe mid-table scrap. But yeah, I mean, I'll get the fan reactions after this. I'll upload that to YouTube. But thank you guys so much for coming along this stream. Let's see. It's a shame NYC, Robinson, Ayub are all unavailable. 3 weeks. I don't know about that in terms of the sickness yet. Have a good day as well. Thank you for coming along despite it being late. But yeah, thank you guys so much. See you guys on the flip side.